Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Thursday's video. This will complete our first week of 2024. Again, super excited. Just to recap Tuesday's video, I really want us to learn more this year and really kind of go over last year in a way to prepare and learn to be better and do better, as opposed to going over it and looking for something to be upset with ourselves about, or looking for something to nitpick about. And I didn't reach that goal. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. That's last year. You have a whole 12 months to do it this year. So do not use last year's metrics, last year's money, last year's ideas, melees, whatever, fallouts, whatever. Leave it in 2023 emotionally, but educationally, pick it apart. I want you to pick it apart and allow it to kind of help order your steps for 2024. If you know that you spent $500 additionally per order, how can I pick that apart and see how I can minimize that? Even if I don't eliminate it, I want to minimize it. Even if I get it from $500 to $300, that's still $200 additional dollars to push me over from breaking even to being profitable, right? So we want to make sure that when we pick apart last year, we find ways to win, you guys. Find ways to win. That just literally came to me. Find ways to win, okay? Find ways where you can get better, where you can capitalize from what you did, find a way to capitalize from your mistakes, and then also find ways to incorporate the ideas of like-minded people. Like on Tuesday's video, again, I spoke about finding community, learning about outside businesses and outside ideas that other things people are doing even. And to learn about those things will expand your knowledge, will expand your brain. And then even with learning how other people do things, it'll help you find different techniques, different strategies to put in place for your business. And you want to incorporate the things that will work for you. Again, when I ended the video, I spoke about being yourself despite the business. Find things that will work for you. You are an individual. I know I gave the example before about Russell Branson and how he's not very good with math, but he's like a freaking billionaire, and he has people on his staff who helps him in those areas and kind of explain it to him in a way where he can understand the metrics and the numbers behind it all, and what impact that those numbers have on him and the money has on him when he decides to go for a new venture, when he decides to go to the moon, like I think he already did. So keep the people around you who are like-minded, who are goal-oriented, who are not small-minded, y'all. I'm getting a little off it here, but just know I'm keeping it professional, but I'm really helping you. Don't be around people who want to talk about people all the time. And I know it sounds funny, like everybody's like, oh no, I don't want to be around people who talk about people all the time. But they do it, right? Like, you ever been with someone and they're like, oh my gosh, look at her shoes. Oh my gosh, she thinks she's smart. Oh my gosh, he thinks he's got all this money and this and that. Don't be around people like that, y'all. And if you are that person, own it and change it. We cannot afford to have our minds clouded with foolishness for 2024, y'all. We cannot. For me personally, I will walk away from people who exhibit those types of behaviors because your character is flawed. And for where I'm going, you do not have the capability to excel with me. You just don't. And that's how I want you all to be. I want you to take your business seriously. And taking your business seriously, you have to take yourself seriously. No, that doesn't mean be uptight and be dry or anything like that. But there are certain things that are funny. There are certain things that have earned our mental space. There are certain things that have earned our attention, and talking about people isn't one of them. You guys, this is actually biblical. Like, this is a biblical principle that I want everyone to start to incorporate. It is in Proverbs. To gossip is like literally one of the quickest ways to just dismantle friendships, dismantle families, dismantle ideas, dismantle positivity. And you don't want that around you, you guys. If you're speaking on someone, speak on them highly, especially if they're not in the room. If you're speaking on something they've done, speak on them highly, or keep it out of the mix, especially when it comes to business. You want to make sure that what comes from you is a representation of how you think, of how you feel, how you see the world, how you embody things. Because if you're going to be negative when it comes to a person, how can I trust you with a $10,000 account? How can I trust you with a $30,000 bid? How can I trust you with a $45,000 endeavor that I'm going in on, and you're going to be the person who kind of oversees that, you know, if it's like a renovation for a house or something, and your negativity will get into the things that I'm trying to do, and I don't have time for it. I don't have time for any more delays. And this is the mindset that you need to take on for 2024, you guys. It is not enough to talk about it. You have to see yourself in it. And if you don't see yourself in it, you're never going to progress and grow, or find the people that you need to find in order to help you progress and grow. Nobody does it on their own, you guys. It's not just about hiring employees. It's not just about finding people to help you reach your goals. It's about finding people you mesh with mentally and oftentimes spiritually or emotionally, because these people help you progress differently. There are going to be times in business where you're making millions, but you yourself may be at your low. You yourself may be mentally exhausted. You yourself may be at a place where you feel disconnected from your business and your team members and things like that. So there are so many pieces of you that go into a business. So make sure that at your foundation, while, you know, some of us have laid our foundation, like we're going to use the house analogy, you've laid your foundation, and now it's time for you to put up the walls and structure these things. Learn how to structure your life in a way where the people around you are ready to move forward. The people around you are action oriented. They're not just, yeah, I really wanted that. I really wanted to do that. But there's no action behind it. There's no progress. There's no, I don't even know, like no initiation even. Like some people haven't even initiated what it is they want to do, right? They're like, oh yeah, I want to start a clothing line, but they don't know the price of a base shirt. I want to start a hat line. They don't know the price of a base hat or where they can get it from. They don't know that there are like 15 or 20 shops and warehouses in Atlanta alone where you can get them, the base items for less than $3. So find people who are putting the knowledge, putting the work behind what it is they want. And that's just, you know, another tip for 2024. But really what all of this is called, summed up, like cumulative, all of this is R&D, research and development. You are researching, you are finding ways to put the knowledge that you have in place to excel your business, to excel your network, to excel your surroundings. And so when you do this research, you have to be objective. Like I said for last year, we're not going to connect on our mistakes emotionally. We're going to connect educationally. We're going to take those tidbits that can be acted upon in 2024 and find ways to tweak them and do them better, right? So when you go into your research and development phase, which is typically after your target market, after your niche, you know, you kind of narrowed down all of the preliminary things, and you're going into the action phase, but you want to make sure you plan out your actions ahead of time. This includes the people around you, and I don't want you guys to miss that step. I don't want you guys to miss the need for community, to miss the need for people around you. You could save thousands of dollars by having the right friends. You could save, once we get to that level, you can save millions of dollars when you're ready to expand into a new market. So make sure your connections are really good for 2024. That's really something I want to hone in on. And then when you go to research and develop, you kind of incorporate like-minded people. You don't have to tell them your full vision. You don't have to tell them everything you're looking to do, but you need to be able to explain it in a way that they can get the idea of where they can help or who they can connect you with. And yeah, research and development is what we're going to do, at least for the first 2 months. Like I said, I'm going to give a tidbit of what we'll talk about for this year. So research and development may be like our first quarter. It's going to get us warmed up. We're going to use the excitement of the newness. We're going to use the excitement of the beginning of 2024, the beginning of something new, the ability to start something new. And we're going to take that and run with it. Like I said, first quarter, most of the topics will revolve around research and development, what we can look for, how we can do it, how we can set up our business in a way that attracts progression. It attracts excelling. It attracts finances. It attracts business owners who are like-minded. It attracts people and networking opportunities that are heading in the way that we're going. So yeah, research and development will be our first quarter. I'm excited about it. I think that research and development and learning will actually be funner than some of you think. I know a lot of people are like, I don't like reading, I don't like doing this, I don't like doing that. There's YouTube, there are Audible books, there are all type of other videos that people put together. So make sure you're in a season of research and developing your plan for this year, you guys. Again, that's going to be our first quarter topics for Trinity 10. I am super excited to get this year started. I'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.